Welcome back to Grammar Grade 10. This is Unit 7, Lesson 54, and it is the mirror image of Lesson 48. Back then, an indefinite pronoun was the subject, and we matched a verb to it. Today, an indefinite pronoun is the antecedent, and we match a pronoun to it. Same three groups, same instincts, brand new question. And along the way, we will finally settle the argument about everyone raise their hand. Let us get to it. Let us line the two lessons up side by side. In Lesson 48, an indefinite pronoun sat in the subject seat, and a verb had to agree with it. Today, that same word moves into a different job. It becomes the antecedent, the word a later pronoun points back to. And that later pronoun has to agree with it in number. So Lesson 48 matched the verb to the indefinite pronoun. Today, we match a pronoun to the indefinite pronoun. It is the same problem seen from the other side of the very same coin. And here is the happy part. It uses the identical three groups you already learned. Group 1 is the big one, and it behaves exactly as it did before. These antecedents are always singular, so any pronoun that refers back to them must be singular too. Start with the four loners: each, either, neither, one. Then there is the whole family you can build yourself. Take every, some, any, or no, and glue it onto one, body, or thing. That gives you everyone, somebody, anything, no one, and every combination in between. Now watch it in a sentence. Everyone brought his or her notebook. Everyone is a single word standing for a single antecedent, so the pronoun has to be singular. And when the group might contain men and women both, the traditional singular match is his or her. Now let us face the sentence that everybody argues about. Everyone raised their hand. For a long time, that was called an agreement error, and the reason is easy to see. The traditional rule says to write, everyone raised his or her hand, because everyone is grammatically singular, and his or her is singular too. That version is airtight. In formal writing, it is never wrong. But language moves. Today, singular there is widely accepted by nearly every style guide, so everyone raised their hand is perfectly fine in almost any modern context. It is natural, it is short, and it does not assume anybody's gender. Still, there is a third move, and it is often the cleanest of all. Make the whole sentence plural. All the students raise their hands. Now the antecedent is plural, the pronoun is plural, nobody can object, and the sentence simply reads better. Group 2 is short and merciful. 4 words, and they are always plural. Both, few, many, several. When one of them is the antecedent, the pronoun that points back at it must be plural as well. Several forgot their tickets. Several is plural, so there is exactly right. And notice how ordinary that sounds. Nobody ever trips over this group. The of phrase changes nothing here either. Both of the twins lost their gloves. The antecedent is both, which was already plural before the phrase ever showed up. So there again. 4 words, and only 4. Both, few, many, several. Learn them by heart, and Group 2 is finished forever. Group 3 is the subtle one, and it is where this lesson earns its keep. Some, all, any, none, most. These 5 can be singular or plural, and the pronoun simply follows whichever way they lean. So what makes them lean? The noun inside the prepositional phrase. This is the one and only time you do look at that phrase. Listen. Most of the cake lost its icing. Most is pointing at cake, and cake is singular, one single cake, so the pronoun is its. Now change exactly one noun. Most of the cookies lost their icing. This time, most is pointing at cookies, and cookies is plural, so the pronoun becomes their. Same word at the front, two different pronouns at the back, and the noun in the middle made the call. For these 5 words, let the noun decide the pronoun. One more trap, and it is exactly the one we met in Lesson 42. Here is the sentence. Each of the girls brought her own lunch. Your ear hears girls, which is plural, and it badly wants their. But girls is not the antecedent at all. Girls is buried inside a prepositional phrase, and a phrase can never change the number of the word standing in front of it. The real antecedent is each, and each is singular, so the pronoun must be her. See how her reaches back over the phrase and lands on each? Now the same trap in a new coat. Neither of the pine trees reached its full height. Trees is plural, but neither is the antecedent. Neither is singular, and so the pronoun is its. The move never changes. Cover the off phrase with your finger, and then look again at what is left. Let us fold the whole lesson into a 3-step check you can run on any sentence. Step 1. Find the indefinite pronoun that is acting as the antecedent, the word a later pronoun points back to. Step 2. Ask which group it lives in, always singular, always plural, or the it depends group. Step 3. If it belongs to group 1 or group 2, ignore the prepositional phrase completely because it cannot change a thing. Only in group 3 does the noun inside that phrase get a vote. Then match the pronoun to the antecedent. And remember, whenever the singular ones start to feel awkward, going plural is always an honest way out. Shall we practice? In this first set, every antecedent comes from group 1 or group 2, so the prepositional phrase is pure decoration. Find the antecedent, name its group, and pick the pronoun. Pause the video and choose before I reveal each answer. Neither of the sisters brought blank umbrella. Cover the phrase of the sisters with your finger. The antecedent is neither, and neither belongs to group 1, always singular. Both sisters are female, so the singular pronoun we want is her. Several of the hikers lost blank maps. Several is one of the 4 group 2 words, and every one of them is plural. A plural antecedent takes a plural pronoun, so the answer is their. Each of the boys packed blank own gear. Your ear hears boys and reaches straight for their, but boys is locked inside a prepositional phrase. The antecedent is each, which is always singular, and every boy here is male, so the pronoun is his. Now every antecedent comes from group 3, some, all, any, none, or most. This time, you must look inside the prepositional phrase and let the noun there decide the number of the pronoun. Pause and try each one before I answer. Most of the milk had lost blank freshness. Most is a group 3 word, so look at the noun it points to, milk. Milk is singular, one body of it, so the pronoun is its. Most of the apples had lost blank shine. Same word at the front, but a different noun behind it. Most now points to apples, and apples is plural, so the pronoun becomes their. All of the paint had dried inside blank can. All belongs to group 3, so we check the noun, paint. Paint here is one single mass, not a countable crowd, so all is singular and the pronoun is its. Let us gather it all up. When the antecedent is an indefinite pronoun, the pronoun that refers back to it must agree with it in number. Group 1 is always singular, each, either, neither, one. And everything built from every, some, any, or no, plus one, body, or thing. And the traditional match there is his or her. Group 2 is always plural. Both, few, many, several, and they take their. And in group 3, some, all, any, none, and most can go either way, because the noun inside the off phrase decides between its and their. One last word on everyone raise their hand. The old rule called it an error. Modern usage accepts it happily. And rewriting the sentence in the plural, all the students raise their hands, is the smoothest escape of all. That is pronoun antecedent agreement with indefinite pronouns, the mirror image of Lesson 48. I will see you in the next lesson.